Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in again for another live stream on Essential RC YouTube channel. Playing with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, released last week. Having a lot of fun with it, learning a lot about what it does, and going to some different places that I haven't seen before. So I actually found a website that's going to help me find some locations called Flight Lock. So I'm basically going to make my way down that list. I'm going to make my way down that list unless somebody wants to make a tip, a donation of around $10 or something like that. Then I will go to your destination. Them's the rules, because really we want to pick some interesting, good looking locations. So let's do that. So first place I'm going to go is this place called Lukla. Lukla Airport's in Nepal, in Asia, and it's got a cliff and an upslope. It's well known for its dangers, and it's a scary location to fly from and to. Let's just take everything's working on the stream, all looks good. I'm just going to make sure I can see the chat, which I can. Looks good. Okay, so going to go with a Beechcraft twin. Good look. Okay, that's all good. Fly. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Taking off isn't such a problem, it's landing. But some of these places it's the challenge of flying into and out of the location. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. Look at this. Flaps set. I think we're all good. Brakes off. Oh. Then you just go off a cliff. And we're up. Whoa. Gear up. I don't think you can. There's no ability to chat to other players, Zen. As far as I know, you've got to use something else. You've got to get in a group and you've got to invite them. So Discord, use Discord or something like that. I'm not a great fan of this aircraft in this simulator. Right, so all I'm going to do is turn around and try and land at that same location. I could be wrong. Maybe there is a radio system you can use, but it's not something I've looked into yet. I've only flown multiplayer with one other guy, James, who works with me on my channel, and it worked really well. Unfortunately, he's away this weekend. Oh, bit close. Right, so we're flying back into Lukla. Yep. Landing gear down. Flaps. This is a horrible plane to fly. I don't know what the stall speed is, which doesn't help. Right, so this is an uphill landing strip. We just took off downhill and went off a cliff. Ah, 80 knots is my making my final turn. You see the strip? .97 knots, stall speed of just over 80. Hey Abraham, 500 feet. Oh yes, first time. I'm getting good at this. Oops. Blimey, it doesn't have enough power to go up. Oh no, it doesn't have enough power. On full power and it won't go uphill, so I'm just going to have to apply the parking brake. Right, so passengers can disembark please before I take off the handbrake, roll backwards off the cliff. That was pretty good, although a little hairy. Alright, so now what I discovered is that you can go directly to different points of interest. You don't have to start from an airport. So for example, yesterday I wanted to go to Statue of Liberty, so of course I can fly from JFK or LaGuardia or one of those other airports. But if I selected airports from this list and destination from that list. But what I can do is put a point of interest in here. Now that it won't find everything, so I can do statue and it finds Statue of Liberty, and then bingo. Let's choose a different plane. Let's choose the bush plane that I've got there, and we can go. Oh, hold on, I didn't do that right, did I? Statue of Liberty set as departure. Now it was going to put me right over the top of the Statue of Liberty, but airborne at 164 feet at a safe altitude above that, so it's a great way to start somewhere. Although it will not find, even like I wanted to go to Mount Fuji and it didn't find that in the list. So there are 3 versions of MSFS 2020. The version I'm using is the deluxe version, premium version. It's £110, probably about $120, $130 I would guess. Right, so let's turn off my webcam. You don't need to see me and it kind of spoils the view. Hey Nintrance, how are you, buddy? Nice to see some familiar faces. Breathe RC, Jonathan was in. Jonathan K, how you doing? So again, I'm working through a list from a website. I've just done Lukla Airport. I'm going next. I tried to go to the second one, the Balls Pyramid. It didn't exist. So I'm going to Courchevel Airport next, which is in France. Well, I'm going to do the Statue of Liberty very quickly. Ah, and we're doing it at night apparently. So it's Manhattan Island over there. But there's the Statue of Liberty down below me. So let's change the weather, or the time rather, to midday-ish. This is a very agile little plane, this bush plane. Great for getting in and out of small spaces, small locations. And for getting up close to... I'm alright, Jonathan. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Let's go a bit further away, and then we'll turn around and come back. Got some cruise ships in. Trying to trim for level flight. There we go, Statue of Liberty. Now, just for a laugh, shall we head into Manhattan? While we're here, why not? Just take a couple of minutes to get over the Hudson. Let's adjust my seating position. More and more I'm liking flying from the internal view. Governor's Island on our right, where they used to deal with immigration many years ago. Not on a server. I'm not in multiplayer. I'm in my own session, so I can control the environment. It doesn't really have the concept of servers. It is one server. If you go into the kind of the world thing, and you can see other players, but you can't. I don't think you can contact them. Oh my god. So we're off flying in New York. T's Cottage Guy. I get it. So as I said before, I'm working through a list of destinations. If you want me to go to your location, then you're going to have to pay a super chat. That's how it works. So we're talking, let's say for the first one, $10. Somebody wants to pay a $10 super chat, a $10 super chat, then I'll go to your location and we'll explore it. But otherwise, I'm working through my list. In and out of the buildings. Making our way down to Central Park. I'm not going to tell you that, Jonathan. You'll discover if you go to a website called FlightLock, flightloc.com. The list is there. There we go, we're in Central Park. I was here last year. Went for a nice carriage ride, pulled by a horse, a beautiful horse around Central Park. Very romantic thing to do if you're that way inclined, which you will have to be once in a while. I could try landing in Central Park, couldn't I? Would that be fun or what? I'll land on the golf course. Golf course coming up. David, like I said, I'm not going anywhere on request unless there's a $10 super chat. I'm working my way through a list of interesting places. Right, so we're going to land on the golf course behind us. great plane, this, for getting in and out of tight locations. Flaps down. Well, it should be. Pretty good. All right. So my next location, let's look it up, remind myself. Courchevel Airport, LFLJ. Upslope, possible low cloud runway. Mont Blanc is nearby. Won't bother with the destination. Let's go with the business jets, the Cessna Citation. So we're off to Courchevel in France. Mr. Manny, if you want me to go to Tokyo, you need to pay. Copy that. Mr. Manny, it's a $10 super chat if you want me to go to your location. So if you want me to go to Tokyo, it's a $10 fee via super chat. There's a $sign at the bottom of your chat window. Please use that, and I will definitely go to your location. But otherwise, I'm working through a personal list of interesting places, and we are at our third location, Courchevel in France, which is apparently an interesting location to fly out of. So let's go. I've got flaps, parking brake applied. It's sloping away, could be interesting. Let's go. Throttling up, releasing brakes. Whoa! Could have been prettier. Gear up. Flaps up. What? Autopilot? Why did it say that? A few. I have done a few tail strikes. The nightmare with this sim is trimming for level flight is not easy. That's better. Right, okay. Now do that, see if we can find any nice peaks. We need to get a bit of altitude, don't we, I think, so we can see. So let's climb, a bit of power. Well, you have to say it is picturesque. The highest peak looks like it's over there. It's maybe that's Mont Blanc over there. But I don't think we'll bother flying all that way. It's just another location to tick off the list. Let's just go over this ridge. Wow. $10,000 feet. Beautiful. And we've got a runway down here. Albertville. No, I'm not going to touch and go. I did that last time. Back. I did. What happened there then? Announce full stop landing. Alright, whatever. So. This is going to be a steep descent. Landing gear out. on the grass. Max reverse thrust. Nobody died. It's okay. Oh my word. Slight overshoot. It's not my fault. The runway is not long enough. So that's Courchevel. Woo. Where is next on my list? Courchevel, Paro. This airport is frequently featured on lists over the world's most dangerous airports. Less than 24 pilots are certified to make the manual by daylight only approach. Oh my god, got to do this then. VQPR. So we'll take off, we'll do a circuit and we'll land. Sounds like I might not, well, if you're all my passengers, it sounds like there's a high degree of risk. So shall I go with the same? Yeah, what the hell. I'm not sure if it'll be a long enough runway, but we'll see. Having fun so far then, Jonathan? Right, so Paro Airport is in Bhutan, country in Europe. Clear for takeoff. Well, looks the runway's definitely long enough. I think what the dangerous thing is the approach with this one. So flaps, brake is on, throttling up, full power, release. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to do that. $50, $70, $90, and rotate. So, that was a bit hairy. Quite a difficult plane to get in the air, this one. So let's fly back down the valley. And that's the airport down below. And what we're going to do across and kind of do a figure 8 up over speeding. Make our turn just after going over this peak. So some of these destinations, that it's not so much about how picturesque the location is, it's about getting in and out in one piece. And as it said on the website, there are only 12 certified pilots in the world who are allowed to do this. No wonder. Look at this. This is challenging. I hope I'm going the right way. Paro 5 miles away. Marks out of 10 at the end, please. Right. Flaps. Landing from the exterior view is the external view is even harder, but we'll do it that way. Oh no. Reverse thrust. I think the repair bill might be a bit expensive. What? No, I was on the verge of stall when I touched down. That is how fast it has to land. I didn't flare that well. That was the problem. Everyone's an expert. Didn't you hear it say stall as I was landing? I got the speed of the landing absolutely spot on, if not a little too low. It was just my my flaring was not that great. Yeah, I admit it's. I think I would have burst the tyres or done something. It's not easy. It's not easy, Jonathan. Yeah. Right. Alright, I'll show you the different aircraft that are in this. But let me just find out what my next destination is. So that was Paro Airport in Bhutan. Don't think I'll bother with the next one. Mount Everest, Nepal, is the next one. So let's just put this in. Good. So we've got these are the aircraft. TBM 930. All right. If I can find it. Must be at the other end. I'm using a Thrustmaster A10 HOTAS joystick and throttle. What did he say? TBM 930. Oh, this one. Alright, we'll try that. It's a twin turboprop. Yep, so again, on the requests for flying to destinations, only if you super chat $10. Otherwise I'm going my own personal list from a website called Flightlock. Any 3D planes, yes, there is an extra 330 and there is a Pitts. So we're going with the TBM 530, it's a twin turboprop, and we're going to Everest. So let's do it. Let's go. So how are we all doing for a Saturday evening? Saturday evening in the UK anyway. Sitting in my hobby room here, and my graphics card throwing out an immense amount of heat, rendering the graphics for this game. It really is processor intensive, I have to say, but it's running at the highest resolution, ultra level of detail. You know, I've got a pretty powerful machine running this at the top end of its ability. Right, so again, let's kill the webcam. You don't need my face in the way. Okay, hold on. Let me just show you very quickly, because if you're interested. Webcam. I'll turn my webcam on. So, this is the joystick that I'm using. Oh, get the... Yeah, so that's the base. So it's got lots of buttons. Lots of buttons on here. Lots of buttons there. That's trim. This, and there are buttons here that I'm using for selecting views and whatever. And you can assign them different. Assign that's a 4 direction. You've got a trigger. There are no weapons, but I use this in Digital Combat Simulator as well. This is the screen that I'm using. It's a Dell widescreen. And down here, this is that's the throttle assembly that I'm using. So throttle, and you can have individual control of the engines on throttle, and then I've just got loads of buttons as well that I can assign to different controls as well. So for example, landing gear is that button. My main parking brake is that button. I've got flaps on the other side, and you could, I mean, there aren't enough buttons to assign all the different things that you could do. So I've just got this on top of a toolbox beside my seat. Doesn't have to be pretty, but it works. And then my keyboard is here. It's all a bit messy with wires and everything. And then I'm actually sitting in a racing seat, which I use for driving simulations as well. So that's my setup. I hope that helps. Let's get that back there. Oh, right, I'm glad I took that rest because I needed it. The funny thing is with this joystick, if you see some sci-fi films, then they sometimes use this joystick in science fiction films. I've seen it. Expensive but good investment, I think. I do a lot of live streaming of flight simulation stuff, so for me it was worth it. Cabin altitude, use oxygen mask. Do you see that? Put on your oxygen masks back there. That is weird. Right, okay. Where the heck is the runway? Where's the runway? Where's the runway? Is this the runway? Crikey. This ain't gonna work. It might. If I give it full power on the brakes. I think I'm gonna have to turn around and use the full length of the strip.
Victor November Sierra Bravo traffic essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 taking off runway 13 departure to the north.
Oh my god. Above you and to your right. Hold on. Pulse nav strobe, their lights, panel dimmer cabin access, electric power, engine start, fuel, AP trim, ILT. Emergency use only. To test press for 1 second, then release. Oh, that didn't sound good. What? Am I gonna like suffocate or something? Is that what it's trying to tell me? Look, I don't care. Let's not take this too seriously. Let's just get it in the air. But I am gonna have to turn around. That's no way long enough for a takeoff. It's just not. We're gonna try this. Look further up. Oh, for God. What the hell? There's no mask to put on. Oh, that. Really? No, that's the mask you're supposed to be able to put on, isn't it? But it's not detachable. From here, you really think I'm going to be able to take off from here if I full throttle it? I'm kind of doubtful, but we'll try. So I've got flaps. I've got parking brake on, and I'm going to full throttle and give it the beans. And I'm going to fly into that mountain. Throttling up. Oh. I didn't see a switch. Airspeed. Oh. Oh. Come on, come on. And we're up. Oh my God. I didn't think that would happen. I tell you what, I wouldn't fly back in there. That's amazing. Pretty impressed with that. So anyway, we're alright, throttling up. I'm at max. We're losing a bit of airspeed, but I'm climbing. Where is that damn switch then? What switch? Oh, and Lukla is up there. Because that sound is going to be damn annoying. Oh, for heaven's sake. No wonder people have to get certified in different aircraft. I mean, how are you supposed to remember where everything is? Bing, 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 bing. Come on. Where is... I mean, you should be able to turn these things off. Oh. Okay, master alarm turned off. I don't care if I'm going to suffocate. Okay, so the switch is above you. Go to the middle of that. Look, on the panel in front of me. It doesn't really matter, does it? Because I'm just ignoring it. But there are none of the switches there. Well, I've turned it off now. Yeah, just a bit. Like finding a needle in a haystack, yes. I mean, look at all the switches and dials and knobs and everything. Anyway, anyone know where Everest is? It's got to be the highest peak, hasn't it? I'm guessing oxygen is going to be a problem. We're at high altitude, that's the thing, isn't it? Everybody's certainly going to die of hypoxia when you get to up to the peak of Everest. My God, it does go high, doesn't it? Is that the summit up there? I don't think we're going to bother flying up there because it would take so long. And people walk up and won't climb up to it. How crazy is that? Yeah, I'm fair. Is it the highest in the world? Geography is not my strong point. Maybe it's over there. Is it there? Or is it over there? Should have chosen a jet. I suppose I should try landing. Should we go for that one down there? So let's I do want to do things properly though, I have to say. No, I do. I don't want to pretend I'm not suffocating because of the altitude. Or I'm going to have to swing right and lose a bit of speed when I get lower. Losing a lot of altitude.
Sync rate full up.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Hooray! Did I have reverse thrust? I didn't. I don't think I touched reverse thrust. There you go. That was okay, I thought. I thought that was a pretty good landing by my standards. So if you'd like to disembark, please use the left exit. Oh dear me. Sort of an overshoot, yeah. Sort of. I didn't hit anything. Come on. Very harsh. Right, next. That was Mount Everest. Where shall we go next? Let's go to one of the 7 wonders of the world. See if it can find this. Oh, doesn't sound nice. Taj. See what this looks like. And we'll choose a different aircraft. Somebody was asking about aerobatic 3D type aircraft, so we've got the extra 330. Should we try that? And then we'll try a bit of aerobatics at the same time. I don't think it has smoke, unfortunately. For those who have joined partway through, this is the Essential RC YouTube channel. Not strictly all things radio controlled, we like to do anything aviation related really. So this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, just released earlier this week. First version of Microsoft Flight Simulator was in 1982. Believe that? 38 years ago. I was a young chap back then. Just trimming out for level of flight, get my seating position good. Great. Get the ATC out of the way. I think it's very good. If you're into flight simulation, yes, I think it's very good. So we're looking for Taj Mahal. I think it's down there. So quite a sensitive aircraft this. Bit of knife edge. Oh, wrong way. Hold on. Yeah. Oh. It won't hold knife edge. That's a bit disappointing. Thanks, Jonathan. Take care, mate. So let's just loop. We've already done a roll, but loops and rolls, stuff like that. Back on course for Taj Mahal. And you, Jonathan, take care, mate. Just try to trim for level flight, that'll do. Ooh. Stall turn, climb. Wasn't really a stall turn. Do a spin, alright. So a spin. Get a bit of altitude. So bring it to the point of stall and kick it over. Trying to make it a flat spin. Not quite. Oh, recover, recover. How about a snap? Ish. Don't try a stall turn again. Ah, better. Not perfect. Once more. Stall turn. It should. I want it to kick over that way. So, pulling up. Go on, go on. Almost. Not quite. Practice, I suspect. Right, okay, so that's Taj Mahal. Let's, I think we should go to London now. Kick the rudder midway through the roll for a good snap. Alright, we'll try that a little later. So keen to go to London for those that haven't seen it. And we'll do it during day and night. Oh, I tell you what I haven't tried. The Pitts biplane. Should we try that? Let's do that. And we'll go to City Airport. Oops. London. London City. EGLC. EGLC. Not that I need to do this. What the hell? Daytime. It's 12. It's good. Rudder midway through the roll for a good snap. Okay. Picking up tips as I go. Getting very warm in here with my GPU going mad rendering of these graphics. Whew. Hard work is flying. So after this one I'm going to have to take a quick comfort break if you don't mind. To take on board some fluids. Non-alcoholic, you understand. I'm a pilot after all. Okay. Taking a little while to load. So I think the 787-87 Dreamliner. I'm in the UK, so it's, what time is it now? It's 8:30 in the evening. Thanks for that, Knucklehead. I'll keep trying. And we're almost there. Does take a while to load each flight, even off an SSD. Can't do anything about that. God knows how long it would take off a mechanical drive, probably 3 times longer. Go make a cup of tea. God blimey, is that the highest I can sit in the seat? That's not very good. Why do I feel so low in the seat? I'm on GMT, buddy. So I'm going to have to sit bolt upright in my seat. Aniket is spamming, so he's gone. Does annoy me when people do that. I think they're being smart. No, they're not. Okay, so brakes on. Let's take brakes off. Oh, it's a nice part of town to live. Kensington. Very yah. Right, here we go. Let's zoom in a bit. Oh, I can't believe that's the seating position. I'm not going to be able to see anything. Oh, bit of rudder. I forgot to use rudder, never mind. Okay, here we go. We're going to go around London, which should be easy to follow the river using such an aircraft like this. That's not right, is it? I'm sitting outside the aircraft. That's better. That's better. Oh no, there's a bug. There's definitely a bug. Oh, for heaven's sake. I move it and then it puts... Oh, something strange going on with the pits. Never mind. So, that's the dome. My daughter walked across the roof a few weeks ago. You have to pay for the privilege of doing that. I'm no fan of heights, so it's not something I'd want to do personally. So we'll go up the river once and then we'll come down in the dark. Don't ask me why I'm moving around in the cockpit. I don't know. It's a bug. So that's Canary Wharf over there. Shall we dive off to Canary Wharf? Just for fun. Could have started at Thames Barrier was back there. Flood defence for the city. Throttling up. Oh, my nightmare.
City Tower Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 frequency change.
Whee! Can't do this in an airliner. Imagine if you did that for like real life. You'd have the RAF after you. I'm not sure I'd know. Well, I used to work in Holborn many years ago, but I don't think I could find it in the air. Ooh. Bit low. Tower Bridge. Under or over or through. Spitfire did this once. Through the middle. And up there we got the Shard. You see the post office tower over there, or I think it's the BT tower now. I don't know. Switching to external view. Look, you got the eye on the left, that's big Ferris wheel, Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. Let's just get a bit of height. That's St Paul's. No, not St Paul's, is it? I can't remember. St Paul's has a dome, doesn't it? Where is that, I wonder? See all the traffic down below on the roads? Not quite working on that bridge, they're under the bridge, going through the water. Bit of a bug. It's not going to be perfect day one, is it? Is this Battersea Power Station? Not that it is a power station anymore. Through the chimneys. There we go. Yeah, something wrong with them, isn't there? Right, okay, so let's do it in reverse. This is quite impressive at night. Oh. It does pause for a few seconds while the GPU recalculates. I think it's even better at night. Magic cars. You have magic cars in London. They can go underwater. Clever, innit? Battersea Power Station again on our right. Amazing, innit? Love it. And the eye all lit up in red. Big Ben looking classic. Last time I saw it, it had scaffolding all over it. Bong, bong. What time is it? It's 3:30. And the eye. Look. Traffic going underwater. Clever. Maybe in the future. The Shard. Oh, I can't remember the name of that ship. Somebody told me the other day and I've already forgotten. HMS something or other. Through Tower Bridge again. Because it's the thing to do. Whee! And then we're going back to Canary Wharf. Now, here's the thing, if you do come and see London, then make sure you take one of the river taxis. Go from near Waterloo Bridge, HMS Belfast. Spot on, yes, exactly. And take it all the way up to the Thames Barrier, if you can. Look at this bit ahead. You see that water? It's defying gravity and flowing uphill. Don't know how it does that. Canary Wharf. Looking very pretty. Let's cut the corner a little bit. Which way does the river go? All the way round to the dome again. We're in London, Bernie. London. Just flown up and down the river. Up and down the Thames. And that's City Airport in front of us. Strictly speaking, I should announce my arrival.
City Tower Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 is 2 miles west with Sierra to land.
How the heck do you land this thing when you're blind?
Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 City Tower. Make left downwind runway 27. Altimeter 29.9er, dew wind 272 entry. Fly left traffic runway 27 Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1.
Oh dear.
Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1, you were not cleared to land.
Oh, I was.
The runway. Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1, contact ground on 121 decimal entry.
Well, down in one piece. Does this thing not have lights? It must have lights, mustn't it? But
Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1, please acknowledge.
oh,
121 decimal entry Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1.
oh. Circuit breakers, pump, refill, arm, smoke. Oh, smoke system. Not convinced there's a button. Magneto. Says smoke, but there's no actual button for it. Alternator. Must be lights, mustn't there? Navigation and everything over there, but no mention of any lights or anything. Very disappointing. No landing lights on a pits. Really? So they can't fly at night then? I'm surprised at that. You honestly can't fly a pit spy plane at night? The expensive toy, you only fly during the day. I don't know. Mark, David, I honestly don't know. I suspect you should be able to get it to work. I don't know if anybody else has. Oh my word. Pretty good. Back to my flight locations. So, next thing is the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Should we try that? And then I must take a quick comfort break. Well, I will only be 2 minutes. illegal. There you go. Didn't know that. Makes sense. It's really for aerobatics, isn't it? So, good evening. How are we all? 5 to 9 p.m. in the UK. Having a bit of fun. We're going to the Barrier Reef. And it'd be nice to fly something I haven't flown before. At about the Grand Caravan. And we're going to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Fly. So again, nobody has taken advantage of my offer, but I'm sticking to my personal list for destinations. But if you want me to fly somewhere, then I'll do that for a super chat. Super chat. And I'll lower my price to $5. It's not a lot. Otherwise, I'm just taking you to some lovely destinations that I'm getting from a list on flightlock.com. Okay, flaps are down. And power. I don't have a proportional rudder. It's like on or off, unfortunately. Oh my word. I will get a set of pedals. And let's get it in the air. Trying to trim out, come on. That's better. So you're all passengers sitting in the back. You enjoy the view. It's very hard to I don't understand the trim setting on these things. I have to reset the trim before I take off. I think it's remembering the trim from the previous aircraft. So we're in Australia. I'm not sure we're going to be able to see the actual reef from the air, but it should be very, very pretty. We'll just cruise around. Anyone been to this part of the world? Oh my god. He gets right. Hey Wham Bam. Yes, this is a Cessna Caravan. You know, you see, there's a good example of what happens when you are not looking where you are flying. But no problem. Victoria Falls. Oh, I tell you what. Should we go to Egypt and to where? Yeah, so Giza, the Sphinx, basically. Let's do that. This is a good destination. Add-ons for the 320, are they? I'll have a look at that. The A320, as I've got it, does not work properly. It has some very bizarre behaviour on the throttles. It just doesn't do what you tell it to do. So if it fixes that, brilliant. Right, I'm going to change to the Shock Ultra. Oh, what? It was a Caravan. Don't know if it was a Cessna Caravan, but it said it was a Caravan. Come on, load. It's pretty quick at loading this evening. Right. No, we're not it's not a beta. It was in beta until early last week. I kind of wish I'd asked to be on the beta program. Then I could have shared it earlier. No warbirds. They're all type of commercial aircraft, but the thing I will say is that a lot of third-party developers will develop add-ons for this, so I suspect we will see that type warbirds and all that type of stuff in the near future. How detailed they'll be, I don't know, but right, lose a bit of height. We're going to go to the pyramids. A Sphinx in front of us. I think you'd probably get shot by the Egyptian authorities if you did this. It's kind of a bush cub. It's got big fat wheels and massive flaps. I dropped in and landed in Central Park earlier with this. So it's very, very short takeoff landing type aircraft. As I'll demonstrate in a moment. I'm going to land down with the coaches. See down there the circle? I'll see if I can land down there. G1000 panel, if you say so. All I care about is having a stick and throttle. And flaps. Flaps selected. Yeah, Tundra, that's it. Like that. Anyway, there you go. No, you can't. This isn't GTA. Right, I think one more destination and I'm going to call it the end of this stream. So let's find one more destination. Difficult. Anybody want to suggest something? Tell you what I'll do. I'll take one final request. Who wants to? And I need an exotic location, not somewhere flat and just, you know. Like one of the 7 wonders of the world type location. Anybody? Thailand, somewhere in Thailand. Whereabouts in Thailand? I've had people having problems on i7 processors, it not being powerful enough. I don't think you're going to get very good graphics on an i7. I'm running an i9. Did the Grand Canyon earlier. Kosumi. Well, I'll put it in. Is there a specific landmark? Maybe. No. How about Moscow, the Kremlin? Oh, loads of... That sounds vaguely Russian, doesn't it? Saint Martin. Big Buddha. No. Saint Martin. No. You guys, give me a valid location. How about Vegas? That'd be pretty. Oh man. How can there be so many airports? Nellis Air Force Base, North Las Vegas, Las Vegas Airport. Probably is. It's not something you'd want to do. You don't want to mess around the Russians. Right. We're going to Las Vegas. One pass during the day, one pass at night. So again, thanks for tuning in if you have, and been watching along. It's been kind of fun to fly to some new places. Oh, look, it's night time. Didn't want that. We'll start during the day. Oh, hold on. Resume. I don't know what I was doing. Find area 51. What the bet is the betting there will be nothing there. There won't be anything there, I guarantee it. This isn't Las Vegas, is it? That's the thing I don't like about this. There are places that just have the same name, and they definitely, this is not Las Vegas. Nowhere near Las Vegas. Right, okay. Wrong. So let me just Google closest airport to Las Vegas is McCarran International. Somebody didn't spot my error. Oh, come on. That's what it said. Hold on. Code for McCarran International Airport, KLAS. Yeah, why couldn't it find it? KLAS. Oh, it's Mc with a space. Well, obviously. Gee whiz. So selected daytime. Fly. Well, we'll see. let me just do 2 passes, 1 day, 1 night, Las Vegas, downtown, the Strip, and then I'll maybe jump in a jet and go north. But I guarantee you it's just going to be desert. I would be amazed if there's anything. I would dearly love to get to 5,000 views on one live stream. Up to 3,500.
Las Vegas Tower Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 ready for departing straight out at runway 26 right.
Oh. Let's close that. Do we need to acknowledge? No, he's good. I think we're good. I hope it's not too far to downtown. Anybody know the way to San Jose? Oh, I know. Look, this is the fortunate thing with Las Vegas. The airport is right down one end of the city. Tower, this is Oscar Romeo Charlie requesting a flyby of the tower. Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. We're going to do it anyway, Goose. Not a very detailed tower. Right, so we cut this way. We'll fly down the strip. Very dirty windscreen. I need to clean the windows on this. See if we can spot the casinos and the hotels. This is the Mandalay Bay. The Luxor with its own Sphinx outside. MGM Grand, is that? I suspect this will look a lot better at night, all lit up. Hilton, Gucci, can't even read that. Longwood, Planet Hollywood, the Bellagio, Caesar's Palace. You could land a plane in that. Caesar's Palace again. the Mirage, the Quad, Treasure Island, the Palazzo, North Las Vegas, so we'll turn around and come back. Let's go night time.
Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Las Vegas Tower Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 frequency change.
Is that the street I just came up? I think it was. Get a bit lower. Ooh. Bit tight. Trees. Here we go. Rod Stewart at Caesar's Palace, apparently. Eiffel Tower, Big Balloon, Bellagio, it's not bad, not bad. I think London looks better. So let's get back to McCarran and then we will jump in a jet and see if we can find Area 51 just to end off this live stream. I think the chances are minimal.
Las Vegas Tower Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 is 2 miles northwest with Mike to land. Essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 Las Vegas Tower. Downwind runway 26 right essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1.
I'm running this in ultra graphics on everything. Ultra. 60 frames a second in 4K. Unfortunately, I think you'll probably only see it in 720p. Okay, I believe you. Just coming into land. We didn't have a go at me this time. That's something. Good. Alright, so we are going to do one last thing. We're going to look for Area 51. I mean, what's the chances of me putting it in here and it finding it? No. So, go from McCarran again. Yeah. And tell you what we'll do, we're going to go in something that has a bit of speed. We're going to go in with the Dreamliner. I don't believe you lot, I just don't think it exists. And you said go north, somebody said go north. A couple of hundred, due north, couple of hundred? It's going to take us too long to get there, isn't it? If only I had an F-16 with afterburner. What are you saying, Lucas? What's LPMA or LPPT? No, afraid not. One, you're a bit late, I'm afraid, and as I've said all along, requests generally need a super chat.
Las Vegas Tower essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1 ready for departing.
Oh, nice, Hendrik. Hendrik is out of here.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26 right essential Echo Romeo Charlie 1.
Oh, really? I'll look that up. 500,000 views. I might have to try that then. Okay. Handbrake off. Tell you what might have been better, the actual coordinates. So let me just Google that. Area 51 coordinates. Might get us there quicker. So I think this might take too long. Although it's pretty. So I'm actually going to abandon that. It will just take too long. I have got coordinates, I don't know if it will recognise them. I did, I've just done that. I believe you. I'm going to put in the coordinates. Oh God. The progress bar of doom. Let's do that. So I have just looked it up. Google Maps. (37° north, 115 degrees west). I just hope it understands those coordinates. No, I'll put it in Bing Maps. See if it recognises that. It does. Ah, that's the number I need. Right. Oh, come on. The thing is, sometimes when you come out of a flight and go back to create your next flight, this status bar takes a long time. Which is frustrating when you're on a live stream. I don't know what it's doing. Oh no, there we go. Suddenly decided I'm gonna load up very quickly. Alright, so I've got the coordinates in my clipboard. This shouldn't take long at all, so here we go. And if I put the coordinates in there, like that, awesomeness. And we'll do the stick with the Dreamliner. We'll select that as departure. Huh? Custom departure. Apparently there's, is that right? Custom. Yep, set as departure. I'm going to be airborne, like 1600 feet. Let's see if this works. I've got my doubts. So the question is, does Area 51 exist in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? I have my doubts, but let's see. Well, I found the coordinates in Google and checked it out on and put it into Bing Maps. No, I'm not seeing anything at the moment. Rolling left. 787 Dreamliner. You can throw it around a bit. Well, there's a road. Is it like cloaked or something? Hold on. Well, that's unexpected. It would appear there are 2 runways going to external view. Let's go in and take a look. Descending from 13,000 feet. Overspeeding. We need a bit of speed brake. That's what you need for a rapid descent. We'll come back, do a pass, and then we'll land. I don't have flaps out. Chill, man. I'm checking out my overspeed. 342, overspeed above 360. I'm good. 8,000 feet. So there is an Area 51. Well and ever. I don't see any alien spaceships though. Cars in the car park. So we'll land and have a look. Going to put gear out. This is an unauthorized landing, you do appreciate that. Way too fast. I'll get back on the centre line. No, that was fine. Gordon, that was a fine landing. That was one of my best. Should we go and take a look? Up close look at Area 51. I don't know. I know it's not the real Gordon Ramsay, but I do find it quite funny still. Oh, that's a bit crap, isn't it? Let's go across the grass, what the hell? Who's going to tell us off? Oh, I might just rip my wing off, no my problem. Nothing there really. It's the quickest way to get there. Tree. Oh dear. Looks like that hurt. Lots of hangers, but nothing very exciting, unfortunately. Well, I'll park up here. Just to, it's cool just to say we've been. Oh, he's walking over. He doesn't look very happy. Where's he going? Nowhere.
Kilo X-ray Tango Alpha in traffic Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray 787 is clear of the runway.
No ground services. Bit poor. So that's it. I think that's it. I didn't think there would be anything there, but there is. There is a runway, and there's a man in a high visibility jacket. There's another man. He doesn't look very happy. He's just looking at me, probably saying, "Get out of here. You should not be here." And there's a catering truck. That's it. Okay. Thanks very much for tuning in for this live stream. It was fun. We went some places we've never been before. And I'm about to get arrested. Security have just arrived. So I better end there. We'll do it again sometime soon. Please store up those destinations, and we'll think about going somewhere next time. But thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.